Now, we would like to call upon RIPR Michael Alberg to address the audience.
Let's put our hands together for RIPR once more to address the gathering.
Well, dear brothers and sisters in Rotary, Vannangal.
Vannangal.
It's definitely, as the chairman said, another colorful day in the conference. And I would say maybe the colors are even brighter today. And we would like the colors to be brighter and brighter every day, shining in our society, showing the good work that Rotary is doing. We're going to speak a little bit more about Rotary in general, and maybe a little bit about the colorfulness of Rotary, since that is part of the theme of this conference. There might be a presentation coming. Yes, it might be. Something about engagement, peace, digitalization, leadership, and future. All in 15 minutes, so it will be a pretty quick ride. Engagement, networking, you said. And as we mentioned yesterday, we are launching the People of Action campaign, because that is not really known to the public that we are the people of action. And if something will make our colors shine bright out in societies, that is the action that we are doing, that really tells the world the impact of this organization and what we stand for.
And of course, we also want to show one way of engaging in Rotary is to go to an international conventions. And some of you might have been there already. If not, we highly recommend you to go. It is in Toronto in June this year. And it's a lifetime-changing experience to meet Rotarians from all over the world.
Okay, so let's go into peace, because peace is one of the basic things that lays the foundation for everything else that we are doing. If we are not in peace, we will not have energy and power to do the other things. So peace is sort of a basic color that we are painting all over with to be able to do the other stuff. And to highlight the presidential peace conferences that President Ian is throwing this year around the world, they are to make the world aware of the impact that we have in all our areas of focus of Rotary Foundation. And the next one, well, one is actually going right now in Beirut in Lebanon, the next one a couple of weeks in United Kingdom. In March there will be one in Australia, in April one in Italy, and in June in Chicago. So you still have time to sign up for those conferences should you wish.
And we are, of course, very, very proud to have our peace centers around the world. There are 6 of them right now. And we are coming from Sweden. We are, of course, extra proud that we have one in Uppsala, right outside Stockholm.
Talk a little bit about the digital world that is approaching and also gives us a lot of possibilities. Because people like to connect. That is how it is. We like to make connections. And today it's more easy than ever. And that will also underline the varieties of colors that we have, because we would like to connect in different ways. Some of us in the traditional way, like meeting here face to face, but others would like to do it in different ways, like many youngsters we see, they live their lives through those devices. We can think what we like about it, they will do it. So we have to be relevant here as well in the future.
And when it comes to digitalizations, many people think it's about the IT questions. What kind of phones do we have? What kind of computer do we have? But digitalization is an equation of IT plus behavioral changes. Because it's what's the behavioral changes the IT is driving us to do. We connect by the iPhone today, and we connect by computers. We call each other on Skype. We do things differently. And today, people want to do Rotary the way they do business.
And it's also a way to provide training, at least basic training. We are both in training business, and we might think that delivering training this way is a good way. However, to reach out to many people and to be very broad and also, once again, colorful, you can do it in different ways. The online training is outstanding. And that is something that we will use much more in the future, I am sure, to tell about the things we are doing. In general, the knowledge of Rotarians is a little bit, well, it's not at the best many times, so we can improve very easily by letting people do those studies when it suits them.
And digitalization also comes with a branding. You know, the digital world, it's quite buzzy. So we need to be sure that we reach through and tell about our brand. And Rotary has a very strong brand. Let's use it.
And talking about leadership in the future, we need leaders that will, of diversity.
And when we speak about diversity, of course, I would invite everyone as a female to join the organization. I took the opportunity in 2009 when Michael was to become a district governor. And I didn't know much. I always thought it was about men in grey suits having dinner, talking to each other. Michael dragged me to my first international convention, and it changed my life. So here we are, and I would invite everyone, female Rotarian, to be a female Rotarian.
And not least in India, it's obvious that the women are the most colorful. In almost any meeting, they will bring the flavor of all the colors, and they can do that in many ways, not only by their clothing. We need inspirational leaders, people who can go out and meet people and make impressions that will inspire people to follow us as members and also in the work that we are doing. We need a variety of leaders, and leaders who really know what they would like to do and tell about Rotaries, talk from the heart about the work that they are doing to get people to feel that this is the real thing, the real stuff that we are doing, and that also more can do. The next year's Rotary theme will be the inspiration. And that is something that all of us can think on. How can I be the inspiration for people in my community to get people to follow in whatever way is suitable in my community? And not least to walk the talk, because it's one thing to talk about whatever. We talk a lot about young members, a lot about women members, we talk a lot about various things, but many times, unfortunately, Rotary as an organization doesn't really walk that talk. And that is a thing we can improve, and also something maybe to remember before we start talking about any question, any issue. Am I also prepared to actually walk that talk? Because when you raise kids or in training, they will not necessarily do what you tell them, they will do what you do. So if you not walk the talk, it will only be empty words that you are throwing out, leading to nothing. Oops. So,
It's right.
this brings us to the future. And we think that if we can get all those colors bright, brighter every day, bright as in India, many times the best days of Rotary are still to come. And we also think we can quote Mother Teresa, who said that I can do some things, you can do some things, but together we can do great things. And if all of us together will shine as bright in each of our colors as we can, Rotary will be successful, and the best days of Rotary are still to come. Nandri, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be bright and colorful.
Thank you so very much to our beloved RIPR, Mikhail Alberg and Madam Charlotte. Yes, indeed, walk the talk on the Rotary's best days are ahead. We would like to now request PDG C.R. Raju and PDG Krishnaswamy to do the honors for our RIPR, Mikhail Alberg and Madam Charlotte. Can we have you all on stage, please? Audience, I think we have our theme outlined for next year, Be the Inspiration, and this Vannangal conference has indeed provided us the platform to interact here. Various folks from various verticals doing exactly that for the last 2 days. So put your hands together as we honor RIPR Mikhail Alberg and Madam Charlotte.